I'm gonna be skipping through. I'm gonna be real, like,
Yeah,
because there's an hour and 30 minutes. I'm not about to sit here and watch an hour and 30 minutes. Like, I was there, bro. Like, I don't need to look at all that. Like,
yeah, for sure.
okay, so this is 2XKO. You've seen this game before, so this one's gonna be more loose than Tokon, because they're kind of pausing and talking about stuff. But Jinx is in the game, so I'll play that at least, like the Jinx stuff, and Vi as well. Play. Oh yeah. Go. Trap a little bit, because there's no talking on this one. It's just raw footage. I turn this one up a little bit. Now, I bet you're asking the question, are you excited for 2XKO? And I will say yes, but not as excited as I am for Tokon.
Yeah, they really hit the ground running with a really solid first beta. But even before that, the game had been in development for like 6 years, and then even now, what's coming out is just I think a beta still, or alpha, I don't remember, but it's not the full game. Like it's going to be continually worked on. So which, I don't know. You play Tarkov, so I don't know how big of a deal that really is. You could still find like fun in the game.
Basically, what that means is, yeah, it's a soft launch. That's what it is. Tarkov at the time, it's a little bit different because the overall like vision of the game wasn't fully there. Like they had like admirations and stuff, and also, I'm gonna be real. 2XKO is way more focused in the development than Tarkov, because Tarkov has changed a lot since its soft launch back in 2017. It is a different game now than what it used to be at the start. I don't imagine this game changing all too much, outside of like, you know, adding like special moves and stuff like that and whatnot. But you know, oh, new move, chat, new move, go back, new move. Big pog. Right, you got a Rapukin, bro. You got ground projectile.
Very cool. I will say, and this is mostly because we played Tokon before.
Yeah.
But it will be
tough. 2XKO. Oh, you did Tokon or 2XKO before?
Yeah, we played Tokon before we recorded this.
Yeah.
It's really hard to switch between tag fighters.
Yep. Especially with a different control scheme. Like.
Yeah. They all play a little different. It's not like, you know, like if I switch from Street Fighter to KI, they're kind of at least following a similar hierarchy.
Yes.
2XKO is not. 2XKO is its own like special snowflake button control, because they have, in my opinion, way too many buttons. Because they refuse to do motion inputs, which is tough. It's a tough hill to climb, because like it does feel awkward. I actually don't think I could even play, because I couldn't figure out my button setup the whole time, the whole night.
It also changed how supers work too. So I was literally just dropping shit the whole time, because it used to be down S1 S2 for whatever super you're looking for, right? So that's what I was used to from Alpha 1, I think they called it. And then I didn't get to play Alpha 2 because they didn't let my ass in.
Yep. Way more closed and really not as fun, from what I understand. So they were testing other things, we heard. So we actually got to talk to GC Yoshi pretty extensively, and the main thing he was saying about the beta Alpha 2, or the Alpha 2 rather, was that they wanted to try the other end of the spectrum and add defensive mechanics and make them just more strong. Yeah. And then they tuned the lever a little too hard to that side, so that's why timeouts happened. But that wasn't even really the thing they wanted to test. It was mostly, I think, like it was like ranked. I think ranked lobbies was really all they cared about. Oh. So they made like big changes to defense, kind of like on a whim, from what they were told, and it's kind of crazy, because I mean, I don't know if, I guess verbatim he said, I'm not gonna say he said this verbatim, but in so many words it was kind of implied that like it's almost like the people up top need to see things failing before they can take their word for it, which is kind of annoying. Yeah. Not a big fan of that. It's like, why do you have some of the best minds in fighting games if you're not going to take their base word for it? neither here nor there, I suppose. But for that reason, stuff that was probably looked at a few times and stated, hey, this probably isn't going to work, was still implemented in beta 2. And, you know, to not great effect. But we played this one for a while.
Yep.
And it felt pretty fun.
They let us sit there for a while and just play it. So, like we kind of stopped ourselves, like, to be real. Like,
literally, yeah. They would have probably let us stay there for a longer time. I will say this game feels closer and closer to Marvel 3. It's funny, it's like a hot cold porridge situation. Tokon feels the least like Marvel 3.
Yep.
This game feels a lot closer to Marvel 3, but more like MVCI. And then technically Invincible is the closest thing to Marvel 3.
That is the most grimiest like game I played. Like out of the 3, that's the most grimiest one. Just I could tell there's grime. Like we didn't really know what we were doing. You'll see it later. But like the game's kind of slimy. Like in the best way possible. Like I mean that affectionately. Yeah.
Literally. Yeah, it looks like it'll have an amazing time in the current stage. It's really the year of tag fighters, though.
Yep.
Some people will say Tokon's not exactly a tag fighter, but you're technically tagging in there.
Yep.
They're all a little different, so it's like if you can tag from one character to another, it's I think that's universally going to be understood as a tag fighter. And there's so many to play from, and they all play a little differently. And what used to be a metric for me for happiness would be like, hey, how close does this play to Marvel 3? When I played DBZ, I was like, it's close enough. But then as offense got developed and what is it? Execution started to become less and less prevalent because games just got easier.
Yep.
In my opinion, execution's kind of necessary in tag fighters the more and more I play these new games that come out, because it really like allows for the identity that you really only can have in a tag fighter because there's more than one character coming out. And when the skill ceiling is higher, you can really like, you can just really appreciate the gameplay a lot more because it already moves so fast.
Yep.
So if characters can have motion inputs and have hard combos and have like executional barriers that, you know, can at least like incentivize creative thought in how like neutrals approached, or in how like how you can kind of like maneuver on the screen, that stuff just really, it really sinks into your heart in a good way. I can't really explain it much better than that, I suppose. Like the best way I can think of it is like in Marvel 3, I look back and there's just, you just don't get the same hits. Like in a 30-second window, the way that people get hit is almost always different.
Yep.
Whereas in Street Fighter, you know, you'll get hit by the same like crouching medium kick like 4 times in a row because it's like one of the best things to do. It's the best poke, and the game is designed to have longer windows of interaction. And then in this game, like I'm seeing a lot of specials and different things like that. Because it's a tag fighter, you will find interesting ways to get hit because you can call your assist back and forth and do stuff like that. But it's not by merit of the execution of the point character, which I guess that's probably the part I don't like. Is you know, if there was plink dashing and like, you know, a DP motion, Vi plink dashing in front of me and plink and then doing
and going like back and forth, like whoa, like she's like, cause like wait, they're going nuts over there, like execution wise, like.
Exactly. It's really cool to marvel at, and it just gives a lot of, like I said, identity. I think if with how quickly games can be created and how much thought is being put into, it's like I think it's more important than ever to maintain identity. And right now, I think what everyone wants to do is maintain identity in terms of like the universal mechanics, right? Tokon wants 4 assists. 2XKO wants, they want that's probably the best way to say it. 2XKO really wants like a mixture of Strive and MVCI.
Yeah.
I guess is the best thing. And then Invincible seems like they really just want to mirror Marvel 3, but with a little more flight, I guess, and more awkward. I don't want to say awkward, but different movement.
It's the thing was Invincible, like a lot of this show is just niggas that can fly and punch hard.
Yeah.
So you can only do so much, like moveset wise with them because they just added Omni Man, of the game, and guess what? He flies and punches you really hard in the face. Like,
yeah, they don't even have like eye beams like Superman.
Yeah,
or frost breath, so it's like really low.
Yeah,
like
I'm quite I'm quite curious how they're gonna handle moveset and that, because also if you're not into like talking about Invincible during the 2XKO, I mean, but you know we've seen a bunch of 2XKO already, so but yeah. I'm curious how like they're gonna like different like how they're gonna develop like movesets for these characters, because like and who they're gonna pull from. Because like that was cool.
That was awesome.
Because potentially you can make some really cool custom movesets, like, you know, a la like Captain Falcon, as well. Because Captain Falcon had he's a race car driver, bro. He had a gun. That's about it, and he doesn't even use it in his moveset. Like,
yeah, that's why I think Invincible is gonna have the toughest release, because you're going against competitors that have most of the value against you. This game has an extensive, rich League of Legends backlog of characters and lore to pull from, on top of a TV show that's widely successful. So there's already like interest in the IP that's even external from just people play games or MMOs. Marvel Token has arguably, you know, definitely top 5 biggest IP in the world in terms of intellectual property and creativity. You know, Marvel is a beloved series, beloved I guess genre, I wouldn't say genre, just beloved like universe. And on top of that, it's being made by, you know, Arxis, who has really rich history, especially with extending games. They talked about wanting to promote that game for 10 years. They're doing year 6 with Strive, so and honestly, I'm gonna be real, Strive is not the game I've been wanting to play for 6 years. So that game kept me entertained for like a year, maybe 2 years, personally. And I don't think I have bad taste in fighting games. Like, that was my first Guilty Gear, admittedly, and I do have a lot of things I enjoy about it. But I think like it's kind of the problem I talked about, where like the skill ceiling was so low, it just gets so figured out. I think you have to build games nowadays with like. That's why I really appreciate the idea that at least Invincible's for sure confirming, which is that they'll have motion inputs.
Yep.
Because I think if you don't, like, almost future-proof your game to have way more depth, it just gets so solved, and it gets boring, man. I feel bad to say that, but like fighting games nowadays just get boring really, really quick. Like, I don't want to feel like the way to improve in a character is, or the way to improve myself in the game is strictly by just getting matches. Like, there should be a really hard confirm that I can practice a billion times, so I can, you know, have the crowd be like, see you later every time I do it, and it's a really fucking hard combo. Like, that stuff is so memorable. We watched the Marvel 2 top 8 finals. Right? We had great seats. Most of the people with us do not know shit about fighting games.
Nope, it was great.
They don't. They really didn't know anything. And they watched, and they had a great time. And they understood the verbal cues. Whenever someone goes AAA, it's because an assist is getting hit. But because the game is so hard, people that actually like have any knowledge or semblance of the game understand how hard it is to get like a like a snapback launch.
Yeah, snapback glitch. Basically, okay, I'm hitting 2 characters. Snap, point character. Assist character is still out. Me juggle. Like.
Yeah, so for the casual fans, they see a character getting hit repeatedly with the same move, and they hear the crowd going AAA, and that creates like a really core memory for someone who doesn't know anything about the game. But for the people who appreciate depth and kind of the finer art of it, it's kind of like a sport, right? Like the technique, they fall in love. They're like, yo, this is amazing. It's like, whoa, that dude got the hard snapback glitch, and now he confirmed it in the awareness, and it's like, and then the execution of doing an unblockable after. Like, Marvel 2 is obviously a really fucking old and stupid game, because it's like, a lot of it was not created to be made that way, or like things didn't work the way they're supposed to. But like, because it had so much depth, bro, seeing some of that stuff makes you really like, you can appreciate it at every age. When I'm a kid and I watch soccer, I'm like, oh cool, ball go in goal, I pop off, very cool. When I'm an adult, I'm like, damn, he did like a middle flip kick, like pivot to the right, changed his momentum at 45 degrees. Like, I look at golf, I'm a small kid, I'm like, I love golf cart. I am older, I'm like, damn, the swing on that was crazy at the angle, blah, blah, blah. Like, the depth is what makes it, the depth is what keeps you as a lifelong fan. That's probably the best way I can put it. Is like, a barrier of entry makes me interested. It makes me, it's inviting. Also, fuck GC Yoshi. He did the longest combo.
Yeah, I know.
Bitch. Fucking punk ass dev shitting on me, dude. Whatever. Anyway, that's my rant. It's just, I think depth is like, I really understand, like, as a game that you're trying to make and market and sell and make money off of, as a product, you need people to have ease of access. I just don't think for something to have a legacy or be long-term, or even if you, like in this case, if you do want to support it for 10 years, you need to have depth. I actually will stand by this. I think Marvel Tokyo, if they don't have enough depth, like, a lot of us will get bored, which sucks. And I love that. I'm already mad at it because I love Marvel games. I'm not bored of playing Marvel 3, chat. I can play it every fucking weekend. I'm really not. I've played it on stream with you guys. I've played it in tournaments. I can enter a tournament next week and have a great time, even if I win or lose. But like, and that's just how I really feel. But I've coached people in Strive that get fucking depressed. They're like, I can't play this game anymore. Like, it's frustrating. And I'm like, don't you love this character? I'm like, come on. Like, what is it gonna take? You know?
It's a grind, like for Strive, because like it starts boiling down to very like micro stuff, and keeping up with the micro is fucking boring, dude. Like,
it's so boring, because it's universal. It's not distinct to your character.
Yeah,
it's not like your character is getting updated and changed to a point where like, oh, I get to do new routes, I get to do new combos. I'm rewarded for like investing in my character. Again, part of the identity, right? Like someone who practices Doom as much as like Quackbot, just as an example, or his name is the other tag. What is it? I don't remember. That's fucking stupid.
Mino member. Marvel God, isn't it? More like Marvel PC God or
Marvel
something.
God. Yeah, something stupid. So someone who practices Doom as much as him, you'll see some crazy shit. And he's rewarded for investing 1 billion hours into his character. And then you see like, I don't know, like Chris G do the baby combos, but hit you with stand medium. And like at the same time, you know, Chris G might beat PC Marvel God with his Doom, doing the most boring cut and dry like jump medium, but he has such good neutral. I can appreciate that too. There's so much depth to the game that so many little things have their nuance, and they all have value that you can look at and appreciate. You will find little things every single match in Marvel 3, and I would even, you know, say like even KI as well, to a different extent. But like, there's just some things that you really can't. You really can't sink your teeth into unless the game has that much depth.
Yep. Yeah.
KP in 2006 was saying that movie 3 was only 65% solved. The game is so deep. Yeah, exactly.
Hey, people are still finding new stuff in Marvel 3 to this day. Like, it's still.
To this day, yeah.
Yep.
Someone that guy who tasked this stuff, he found like an X23 Infinite that I've never seen in my life. Never seen in my life. Practical. It's nuts. It's so fucking nuts. Like that. How do you? I don't know how you plan for that. I'm not a game dev. I don't know that you even can. But I think you start by adding so many elements to a character that they basically feel like their own game.
Yeah.
That's like the best way to do it.
Yeah, because it also boils down to like unforeseen tech. You know, they didn't think. You know, they were not thinking about tack infinites when they made their game. It's just a glitch that thankfully they didn't patch out during the life of the game. Because they did patch something with Spencer, and then Phoenix.
Invincible Assist.
Yeah, Invincible Assist, which
criminal. They also patched one other thing.
Yeah,
that is criminal.
Criminal nerf. But you know, whatever. Like,
yeah, and they so the big change in that, I think, I don't know if this was in vanilla or if it was also in Ultimate, but I think they nerfed it so that like hitboxes can't block left and right at the same time. I think that was vanilla, but.
Yeah.
Also part of the change.
Yeah, that need to be changed because it's literally just like you're not opening me up, like.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is not like a problem with just even traditional fighting games. Like Smash Ultimate. I literally just saw a tweet from Spargo. Spargo's for those who don't know, he's a very young kid. I think he might not even be 20 years old yet. Mm-hmm. But he's been playing Smash forever, all the Smashes, and he made like top 1, I think, the last few years ago or something, top 5 for sure. And this year he's like top 3 or something, so he's not even killing it. But he literally said he was burnt out. He's like, I'm tired of playing my character, which is Cloud. Mm-hmm. And he's like playing Piranha Plant sometimes nowadays, which is a drastic switch. And it's like, dude, I just saw a Deadpool player has been playing him since the game came out, like make top 8 at this BYOC event at EVO.
Nice.
He does not stop playing that character. He does not get bored playing this character. I don't get bored playing Captain America, Phoenix Wright, Doctor Strange. I sometimes switch because of bad matchups, but it's like, no, dude, it's like I can see my hours of investment. If I jump onto, like even on the beta, I jump onto XKO, I felt like I really had a broad understanding of Braum. And if I got diffed by another Braum, there was like a couple things I could learn. But some days I just jump on, and I'm not even getting diffed by Braum. I'm just getting diffed because this dude has better knowledge of universal mechanics. But that's not a skill ceiling that gatekeeps me. That's more of a like, I can just go and practice this one arbitrary thing more, and I'll eventually get to this guy's level. But I don't get value for investing in my character. I get value for investing in the game itself.
Yeah.
And that's literally like you just said, Perry. That's literally like you said earlier with Strive. It's like, those parts are so boring. I don't want to practice parrying. Like, that's really boring.
Yeah, like perfect FD is like, if you're going to play at a high level, you need to learn how to do it, and it's not fun.
Yep.
Just straight up, it's not fun. Like, because it's literally just either sitting in the lab and grinding perfect FDing, or playing enough of the game where you start naturally to start doing it. Both are unfun because you have to actively think about doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's because it's not intuitive either.
No
one wants to block a move last second. Like, that's like, it's, if you want to do it, then give it value like the parry system in Third Strike, right?
Yeah.
Which is insane value but insane risk. In that game, it's not insane risk. You can actually just like OS it, which is another problem in general. Just like OSs in general. There's not very many things you can OS in Marvel 3 outside of a grab. And so anyway, that's my rant. I really want more depth in fighting games. It's not just this game. It's not just like Street Fighter-esque games. It's platform fighters. It's all fighting games. It's been like systemic since the last almost someone who's got a big following said it, like it maybe even started or ended at Marvel 3. So
I can see that.
The last bastion of like a bunch of different values that have changed since that game was made. They've changed. There's different things that are prioritized now, and I know I'm not alone in saying like I really enjoy playing my old game. And a lot of the people that play the new games now that do get annoyed, that do get depressed, that hate playing ranked, that do all this stuff, they like the 09ers, or even I can't even say 09ers anymore, but the people that like the I say COVID fighting game kids. Or
yeah, okay.
Like those kids don't know any better. They just play their game and they're just like, they feel empty and they don't know why. And then I play Marvel 3 and they're like, that game looks hard. And I'm like, it is hard, but it's very satisfying. It's such a satisfying investment. I feel like I've invested so much into my characters that I get to live a different experience when I turn on that game that most people cannot relate to. They might never relate to, because you won't have as much hours as me. You won't invest in the same types of things that I invested in. But if I put two fighting game players of like relatively equal caliber onto Street Fighter 6 and I say, learn this character, I can give them the same guides, I can give them the same tutorial, and I can tell them the same type of neutral that you need to be played, because there's not enough depth. You're going to be doing the same combos within like a month and probably hit the same level. And then the next level up from there is not learning your character more, it is understanding the gameplay mechanics more, which just shout be so secondary. I guess I'm more passionate about this than I realized, but just kind of ranting about it.
Yeah. Related to like games with depth, shout outs to Under Night and Birth, a game you have not played, but it's very Marvel and very KI. I like it a lot. Like, it's a really,
I remember talking about
it's so good. But the launch of the game, the recent like title update was so bad. I didn't blame people for not wanting to play it. Just straight up, like. But it's so good. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. But it's also very anime. So, you know, if you're not into seeing a lolly jump your ass for like 5 seconds, that's fair. Like,
yeah, like that's a fair reason not to play it.
Yep.
I get that.
Yep.
Yeah. Some people don't enjoy seeing Mario throw fireballs at people, but I just saw a Donkey Kong like make top 32 and make top 8 at the last major in Melee, which is a lot like Marvel because the skill ceiling is immense. And that game also has really hard like gameplay defensive mechanics too. So it has like the nuance of like, you know, the Strive stuff, but it's like, it's niche stuff that only really is needed at the high level, but to like grow, you can do so many things about your character. Yeah. Like Marth has different hit ranges at different parts of his swords that do different things. Pikachu has 4 different hit spheres on his tail that all do different things. and it's like, bro, wait. You know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff is so it makes you feel like fall in love with the character, not just the game. I can fall in love with a lot of games. I think people understand that formula. I like Rivals a lot, but to make me fall in love with like the character and keep me as a lifelong fan, like the character needs depth. They absolutely need that. Or you just change it so regularly that, you know, people just get caught in the loop. So, you know, Rivals has like a patch every like, feels like month and a half.
It's like months and change, yeah.
Yeah, so like even though Cap is really simple, I've fallen in love with Cap for so many other iterations that like I can play him even though he's simple, and they'll change numbers here and there and that'll make me like more interested or less interested. That's like a whole totally different genre, so it's not totally fair to compare. But yeah, I think that's the other thing is like if you're not trying to add depth to your game, you just change it a lot or have regular patches, which 2XKO might be in that. It might be the first fighter that has incredibly regular patching if it follows the Riot balance system, which I don't know if people are going to be interested in that or less interested. It's going to be hard to say.
Man, like if they're going to be like, how often does like Riot patch their games? So it's like 2 weeks or something like that.
It's like it's every 2 weeks or so, and then every month is like a bigger patch or a new character.
You know, maybe they might not do that, but you know, you can't rule it out. Like if it's because that might be part of like the whatever contract they have. Like you need to like patch this very often, very often.
Yeah, and if it's a free game, what you'll want to do as well, if the characters are not all available to you at launch, is new characters would be locked. They'd have to have weekly rotations, or you can use your in-game currency or pay. You know, so like as a business model, this will be a very unfun fighting game if they don't give you all the characters as they come out. Like I can see myself getting very frustrated quickly. Like, cause then it's like, it's a gameplay loop of like a predatory time sink. So you have to imagine if like in Rivals, when Thing came out, you needed a bunch of points to even play him. Like it was like
Gundam Evo.
Like yeah, or like Siege.
Yep.
And they're like, oh, well, I'll just buy it. And now you're locked out of playing a character because you didn't play enough earlier to earn your own in-game currency or you need money. So like, that's its own problem that League hopefully doesn't face. I don't know. I really don't know what they're gonna do. Like, because in my head, it's like fighting games are already some of the worst selling like genres.
Yeah.
So it's like, so if we're gonna make this game, like, what is Riot's return on investment? Surely they're not trying to sink money in this economy. They're not just throwing money at a time sink. That's crazy. Like it just doesn't make sense. There has to be some longevity. Is this just a giant ad for Arcane? Like I don't know. Like, or a pipeline for Arcane. They're like, you know what? We're not making money off Netflix, so we're gonna put all the Arcane characters in this game, and then you buy costumes for them. Like I really don't understand the business model. But I will say that's why they're not full releasing the game, because, you know, I don't even know that they understand what they're doing with it. I'm really curious. So like, and that's like that's a business oriented kind of perspective. It's like I could, which sucks because like I could unfall in love with the game before it even comes out just based on their business practices.
Yeah.
Because as a fighting game player, you really don't want to relearn your character very often, or at least to the level that like League patches might make you do. So who knows? It's not trying to be doomer, by the way. It's just more of a. We're eating good as Tag Fighter enjoyers, right? It's kind of like a bunch of burger shops open by us, but we don't know how good they are yet. They could just be a little better than McDonald's. They could just be the next Five Guys, In-N-Out, whatever. I don't know. Hey, baby. Anyway, I'm hungry. That's enough yapping for me. Chad, thank you so much for letting me yap. Thank you, Gary, again.
Yep.
I'm super hungry. I'll let you guys go. Take care.
Go munch.
Bye. Good talk, games.
Oh yeah, Javi the Yapper. Yeah, it's because they could go as a game as a service, like picking up his point before he left. They could go as a game as a service because like they could easily just change like, oh, actually, this is not a alpha. The game is like full released, and we're just going to, you know, drop characters, drop updates, whatnot as the game goes on. Because like free game, right? They're gonna be making their sales on either in-game ads, which, you know, who knows if they're gonna do that or not. Definitely skins. Like if they're going that route, they'll be selling a lot of skins. I don't know if you're going to have to buy characters. Shrug. Because like this could be the base roster right here, right? For 2XKO, right? Base roster of the game, and then everything else. Because like I imagine this screen's gonna change at some point, because if they have what, like 2, 4, 8, and then over here for A12, 6, probably like 12 maybe, yeah, from like just how big these squares are, right? The 24 characters in total. I don't know. Like, I don't think the screen's gonna stay the same. See a bunch of different skins. I don't know if they're gonna charge for characters. Shrug. Like, they have a lot of routes to make money off this game. Okay, I did something when they went free to play. It's just be on a free rotation. KI was always free. To my, if I'm remembering correctly, there was always a free version of KI. And now, if you wanted to buy the characters, that's up to you, right? Because you could just buy Jago, or excuse me, buy like Aghanos and just play Aghanos for the rest of your life. They could just do that. I don't know how they're gonna handle it. I'm not a marketing analyst. I don't know how they're gonna do it. It's just my opinion. Make a fighting game, what would it be like? I don't know. I don't know. But I will say, getting back to 2XEO, the stuff I did play was very fun. I had a lot of fun playing Vi. I had a lot of fun playing Jinx. Didn't know what I was doing. Because I think this is me, I think. Let me check. Actually. Let me boop and then go to, where are you? Let me find it real quick. Let me do dish. Let me find this bit over here. Give me that, and then that. There we go, and then click. Oh, it's over here. Click. No, it's my email. Run over here. Click, 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 click. Click, click. There you go. That's the footage right there. Let's see. So timing is 53. 53. I was playing Javi. Okay. So figure that out. Let's see. I'm gonna make like each of these segments like 30 minutes for the main YouTube channel. Just so they're just small, bite-sized, like footage. But yeah, I had a lot of fun playing 2XKO. The game always felt good. It's just that I want motion inputs. I think most of the homies in my group, or at least the main shenanigans, all want motion inputs in this game, but it didn't seem like, I don't think that's gonna happen. I'm gonna be real. Maybe something will change mid-development. Maybe they're working on it in secret. Maybe the pressure from Invincible versus and Tokon having motion inputs. I don't want it to where, okay, we're taking out the shortcuts, they're gone. Like, they're gone. I want both. Give me both. I like having both. Granblue is an excellent example of having both systems happening at the same time. It's awesome. It's great. Both is good. Both is good. Yeah, but we'll finish this this set right here, or at least this round, and then I'll jump over to Invincible versus. And then after Invincible versus, probably just play Battlefield. To be real. Being rewarded for doing technical inputs is great. It's kind of like a personal reward in my opinion. Like his Granblue, like this, I think they got rid of the advantage, but there was an advantage for doing the input yourself, but they got rid of that. But it's just a personal thing. Yeah, it's a personal thing for me. All right. I've been looking at this for I think about 40 minutes now, so I'm gonna stop